Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Blake High School's Class of 2012 graduation ceremony. I'm Terah Jones, your senior class president, and it is truly an honor to be welcoming everyone to this occasion. For such a long time, graduation seemed so far away. It seemed like just yesterday we were all saying to friends, "Man, I can't wait until graduation." In fact, it probably was just yesterday, but now look at us, we're finally here. And getting here was not easy for any of us. But let's forget about that struggle, because here we are today. Blake's class of 2012 graduated from DAR Constitution Hall. Seniors and parents, give yourselves a hand. We've gone through so many trials and tribulations that at this point, us students and parents, I'm sure, are done with high school. And we're ready to start that next chapter in our lives. Waking up at 6 a.m. or earlier was no one's idea of a good morning. Nor was taking that yellow bus to school all those years, but instead of looking at the downsides of high school, let's think about how much we've grown. We walked into Blake High School thinking one thing: high school, finally, it's here. It became our home away from home. And honestly, it was a tad bit overwhelming. I mean, all those tall people everywhere, and that rainbow clown girl, do you guys remember her from freshman year? And those couples kissing in every corner. It was like a big poof in your face, you know? But we can look back at ourselves now and we can laugh. I mean, do you guys remember how cool we thought we were to be on a JV sports team? Of course, excluding those who went straight to varsity like Mary and Atlas. It was a year full of birth. 10th grade, we started to get the hang of things, you know, opening lockers with ease, most of us anyway, you know, knowing that on days we didn't have exams, we did not have to go to school. Found that out the hard way. And that on half days, lunch was at the end of the day, not in between classes, you know. We were high school know-it-alls. And let's just not talk about 11th grade. I mean, it was just last year, and I'm sure everyone can recall the two things: ACTs and SATs. But we walked down these hallways, talking to the same people, laughing, crying, loving and supporting each other. But most of all, we became something more than just a class. I'm sure you guys remember our senior banquet. We've created a bond. We're a family now. And our family was accepting of all, understanding. We considered other people's feelings and tried to look at different viewpoints. I mean, not always, of course. We are still teenagers, but we did our best. So before I end this welcome, I would like to share a famous quote from the famous George Carlin. He says, he says, "Remember to give a warm hug to the ones next to you, because they're not going to be around forever." He says, "A hug is the one thing you can truly give that's free and that can mean the world." Say "I love you" to your loved ones, because they won't be here forever. A kiss and an embrace can mend hurt any day. Hold hands and cherish the moments, for someday they won't be here anymore. And most importantly, remember that life is not measured by the moments of breath we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. Before we begin the graduation ceremony, I would like to recognize just a few people to help us celebrate. Joining us on stage, we have our very own Mr. Christopher Berry, our principal. Senior Administrator, Member of the Board of Education, the Honorable Philip Kaufman, Ms. Dr. Myra Smith, Community Superintendent, Ms. Carol Goodman, Associate Superintendent, Mr. Charles Lane from the Washington Post, and finally, our senior class sponsors, Mr. Brian Damron and Ms. Katja Minutes. We would also like to recognize the principals from our reading schools. Seated to the boxes to my left, we have Ms. Deborah Berner from William Taylor Page Elementary School, Ms. Melissa Burnson from Cloverly Elementary School, Ms. Audra Flungden from Stonegate Elementary School,